today's class. I really appreciate your enthusiasm to join on a Saturday. So initially we did not plan to have it on weekend, but now with the support and now the interest that you guys shown, so we are going to have it on a continuous daily basis, continuous day basis. So we are starting with today we are going to see how we can write the DQL statements, slightly advanced topic. Okay, and where are we? We are here. So we are going to look into order by, group by, having, union, intersect, and so on topic we are going to see. And these are the three areas that we are going to see today. First is sorting data. How to sort data, because many times we love to sort the data, right? Without sorting, it's very difficult. Even if you see the events or a lot of websites, it would be sorted. Even if you go to Amazon, right? So if you go and search in Amazon, within Amazon, and then it lists all the items, they give you the sorting option. Even if you go to redbus.in, they will give you the sorting option. What departure time, sort by departure time, or sort by the travel name, sort by the rating. There are various mechanism, method, or the options they provide, so that you can also see the data in a different way. Because sometimes if the data is not sorted, it's difficult to interpret. So that's why the sorting option is very important. We are going to see sorting. Then we are going to see how to aggregate data, because many times looking at the data at the granular level give you some perspective, but it will not give you the bigger picture. So for you to for you to get a bigger picture, or for the business owner to get the bigger picture, we need to aggregate the data. And finally we need to combine data. So we'll see how combining data can be done with various statements. And finally we are going to have a quiz and a case study progress review. So just a recap as usual. So we are building a restaurant application to store, capture, and process and report daily business transaction. And the data we are going to capture is customer visit and order related, what item they ordered, what is the quantity have been ordered, and what is the total menu item, the entire exhaustive list of items. We are going to say everything. And ultimately the application that we are building should answer these questions: most ordered items, frequently visiting customer, right? Who visits more than 3 weeks a day can be considered as a frequently visiting customer in a restaurant. And orders ordered together, time of the day, week of the day, so breakfast versus lunch versus dinner kind of analysis, and so on. And today we are going to address this business question. As we are moved to DQL, data query language, every day we are going to solve some of the business questions. Today we are going to solve 7 business questions. Okay, so isn't it interesting? So we are going to solve questions like sorting menu items based on the item rate, right? Highest to lowest, show the list of menu items. And then we are going to also to see various other no give me top 3 items based on order quantity, okay, sold. And finally we are going to combine data with a give me the list of customers who ordered both veg and non-veg items. Okay, so without wasting time we are getting into the topic. We will eventually solve those 7 business questions today. Sorting data. Sorting data, as I already mentioned the purpose, right? It is very intuitive. It is easy for us to locate the results and interpret the results. In SQL, how can we sort the data? So there is the keyword is order by. Order by is the keyword using which we can sort the data. So I'm going to show you side by side the example. Okay, so I'm going to the SQL, and I'm going to, so you guys remember the menu card. So I'm going to search the item. Okay, so let me first show you the item where order by. Okay, order by name. So now I'm ordering by the name. So without order by, let's see the result first. So without order by, if I see the menu, so it is showing idli, dosa, coffee. So it is showing in a different order. So if I want to see sort by the name, okay, sort by the item name. Sorry, sort by the item name. So I need to give order by item name. Okay, so now if I execute, so you see it is sorted by the ascending order, chapati, chicken biryani, coffee. So it is in the proper ascending order. Okay, so how can I do in a descending order? So the keyword is DESE. So if I say DESE, which means it's a descending order. Okay, so if I execute this, so we are going to see exactly the opposite. Okay, so by default it is ascending, we don't need to give. So if you want to explicitly mention, you can say ASC. AAC is the ascending order, or you don't need to, if you don't mention also, it is an ascending order by default behavior. But if you need a descending order, then you need to specify DESC. Okay, so that is the difference. So one second, I need to take this call. Just I'll put it on hold. Okay, uh, one second. Hello. Okay, so we are continuing. So now we have seen order by a column. Okay, so order by is a column, is the keyword in SQL to sort the data. ASC is the ascending, DESC is the descending order. So now can I sort based on multiple column? Okay, I want to sort by item, and then I want to first let me sort by meal type and then item name. So meal type, right? So item type, right? So item type. First I want to sort by item type and then I want to sort by item name. So let me do the sorting. So two column sorting. So if you see, first is beverage. It's the alphabetical order because item type, then item name. So the first it sorts by the item type, then within the item type it will sort the item name. Okay, so you guys understand how it is happening. First is item type. So 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 column is possible. Okay, so somebody is joining in. Okay. So now you guys understand how we can sort. So for example, if I want to sort item type, then item name descending order. Okay, that is possible. So we need to give whatever order that you want to give. So for better readability, you can mention ASC. Otherwise, it's not needed. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I am sorting based on the item type. Then within item type, I'm sorting item name in a descending order. So tea comes first and then coffee. Okay, so that way you'll see main course also spaghetti first and then margarita pizza. Okay, so that way now we have seen, and for order by alone you can simply give numbers. Okay, so instead of saying item type and item name, for example, item type is what is the 1 2 3 4, right? So for example, in the star, if you see, it's a third column. So instead of mentioning this way, I can also simply say order by 3 ascending and then 2 descending. So the same output that we will get, because they are the third column. This is the third column and this is the second column in the list. Okay, so this is possible. Instead of giving the actual column name, you can also mention just the position of the column. Position of the column. For example, if I say item type, comma, item name. Okay, if I only have these three, okay, then I need to give the actual name. So I need to change, because if I need item type, then the position has changed, right? So I need to give 1 and then 2. Yeah, so now if you see, the order by will be based on the item type, because this is the first position. So you need to be careful when you use 1 comma 2. You need to be careful. It is based on, by mistake, if you add something before, then a sort number, the column position will change. So it is always better practice to mention the complete column name, so that whichever position it's not going to create any problem. But I just wanted to at the same time show the feature of order by, where you can give the position of the column number. an order by multiple columns. So we have seen everything. Sort by, I think this is pretty good enough. And only one thing that you need to remember is, let's say if I need top three items by name. Okay, so for example, top three items based on rate. So that is the first question, right? Let's see the question. Okay, now let's straight away go answering the business question. Using order by, we are going to solve these two business questions. First question is, sort the menu items by item rate from highest to lowest. So I'm going to list the item order by item rate. Okay, item rate descending order, because they are saying highest to lowest. Sort the menu items by item rate from highest to lowest. So it is a descending order, right? So now if I execute this, yeah, here you go. We are getting the results. So we are getting the results for a business question. The business question says, sort the data based on item rate in a descending order from highest to lowest. So you see, first it's showing pizza, then spaghetti, mutton biryani, North Indian thali. So it is showing that way. So this is the business question. So business question is, sort the menu items based on item rate from highest to lowest. So now the business question has been answered. Okay, so without solving business question, there is no value addition for writing SQL, right? So now we are going to write the second business question. List the menu items by item type wise and then item name. Item type wise and then item name. So this is what we have already written. So item type wise and then item name. Right, so that is a business question. Sort the menu items based on item type and then item name. Okay, so item name is not descending order. So this is the business question that they are asking. It is more because menu card generally shows this way, right? So for every category wise they will show. So they will show menu, meals separately, tiffin items separately, all grouped together, right? So this is needed. This kind of sorting is needed if you want to give the data sorted first based on item type and then you provide item name wise. Okay, so this is also done. So both the business questions are addressed now. So you guys understood? Any question, doubt, you put it in the chat. I will have a look at it. In case if anyone has a question, I will try to answer it. Okay, so looks like there is no question. Thank you. I see people are joining in, and we are going to the second topic. Second topic is aggregating data. So aggregating data is needed. Okay, so we are going to see only when we aggregate data, we will be able to see answers like show me the order quantity, the total orders sold by today, day wise. For example, today, how many orders sold and how many price total amount also is another thing. First is the number of orders, second is the total amount. So like that we need to, only when you aggregate the data you will get a bigger picture, like what business has happened for whole day today, not with every customer order detail information. This is at a day level information. I want to find out how many orders sold today, how many vegetarian items sold, and item wise I need to find out the quantity. So all these analysis, it is possible only when we aggregate the data. To aggregate the data, we are going to use the keyword called group by. Okay, so group by a column. So now we are going to, okay, any question? Okay, so no question. So we are going to our working board. Okay, so now I'm going to write group by. Okay, so the group by is a keyword that we are going to see. So what group by that we can see? Select star from order item. Okay, so order header. Okay, so order header gives you the number of orders. So now without group by, I'm just selecting first to find out. Okay, there are totally how many orders? Okay, so all the orders have happened on the same day. Okay, so I have very little bit of data. So tomorrow I will try to add insert more data so that we can do some more analysis. But for today, there are 7 orders, right? but let's figure out how many total orders, right? So I'm going to use group by and okay, so group by restaurant. So restaurant, I need to find out how many orders are there for each restaurant. Okay, so restaurant ID is there, right? So for restaurant ID wise, I need to find out the total orders. So for total order, we should use count star. So count star, I'm giving a alias name, total orders. Remember, you guys remember, right? Why I'm giving this? This is the display name. So this is the syntax. Syntax is I want to group by restaurant. So if you see here, we have orders for 3 different restaurants. Restaurant 1, restaurant 2, restaurant 3. So for those restaurant wise, I want to find out the number of orders placed. Okay, so for that, so whichever group by that we are doing, it has to be there. It has to be there in the select class because we want to see that, right? Because the whole idea why we are grouping this, because we want to see that. So group by restaurant ID wise, I'm seeing count star. Count star is it is counting the number of orders. So now I see restaurant ID 1, 3 orders, restaurant ID 2, 2 orders, and restaurant ID 3, 2 orders. So restaurant wise that I am seeing the number of orders. Okay, so now you guys understood the count star. So now I'm going to do, let's see what all are the various options that are available. Group by I can do by a single column, or I can do, okay, so I see we can do group by based on a single column, or we can group by on multiple columns, and we can also group by and then order by. Both are possible. We can do a combination. So now let's say here I can do order by restaurant ID descending order. So now it is grouping, and after grouping I am sorting based on the descending order. You see now it is showing the first restaurant ID 3, restaurant ID 2, and then restaurant ID 1. It is showing that way. So you guys understand now order by I can do. But now I want to order by not restaurant ID. I want to order by count star. Okay, so I will show you later. So now we are going to go to another table. Let's do group by based on the order item. Okay, so from which table I want to do? I want to do from order item table. So order item, you know, right? So let me show you the table so that you guys understand what table I'm talking about. So this is order for each order. Okay, so first order one item, second order one item. There are few orders. Okay, there are more than 2 items have been ordered. So you can see all these list here. So this is order ID. For the first order, 2 items have been ordered. Okay, and this is the item ID and this is the cost. So now what we are going to see is we are going to see item wise amount, total amount. Okay, item wise total amount. So order wise total amount we can see. Okay, so this item, if you see, this is the first order. First order, the total amount is 170 rupees. Let's see. Now I'm going to group by order ID. Group by order ID. I'm going to do sum of order total amount, right? I think total amount is the field, item amount. And order ID should come. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm writing a SQL statement. I'm aggregating the data. For each order, I'm finding out the total amount. So not at the item level, total order level, order amount. Right? This is the order amount. So you guys see this is the item amount for each item. The first order has 2 items, right? And similarly, if you see fourth order has 3 items, right? So this is the each item cost which comes in the bill we saw in the first day, right? So now adding these two, addition of these through 3 will give you the total order amount. So we have written this statement. So how to interpret this statement? We want to see the order ID. Okay, so we want to see the order ID from the order item table. Okay, and then we want to see the item amount. Okay, so why it is showing this one? Let me execute to see whether is there any mistake. Okay, looks like some syntax. Okay, this is a syntax. Okay, okay, now this should work. So it is showing the list of orders. You see, this is at a intermediate level. This is not a total orders. This is an intermediate level. I get order amount, right? This is totaling for all the items which are present inside the order. So you see, for the fourth one, it is showing it is added for all three items within the order. It is showing the total order amount. Okay, so total order amount that we can see. So now I want to find out, I want to sort it based on the amount. I want to see the highest amount, order with the highest amount. How what I can do? Sum of item amount, descending order. So descending order will give me the orders in the order amount in the descending order. So now you see, the seventh order is the highest amount, order amount. Then the second order is the highest amount. So now you guys understand how we can combine group by. First do group by to get the total order amount from the item amounts, and then you can order by based on whatever that you need. If they ask you to order by based on the highest to lowest, then this you can do. Okay, so now let's say if they ask you for a given day, give me the top three highest orders, top three orders based on the order amount. So now these are the top three, right? Top three orders for this day. So now you guys know what I need to do. Top three, right? It's as simple as that. So now if I execute this query is going to give me the top three orders placed on that day based on the order amount. So now you guys clearly understand how we should solve a business question. So I'm going to go to the business question. I think so before going to the business question, I will show you what all are possible, what all aggregate functions are possible. Then we are going to solve this business problem again. So now you know sum is there. Sum is to find the total amount, and average is the to get the average amount. Okay, and min and max all are possible. Okay, so all are possible, all these aggregate functions are possible. I'm going to show you each one of them. And then count is basically to count. Okay, so count we already tried. Count is basically to count the number of records. Okay, so I'm going, without wasting time, I'm going to go here. I'm going to show you how we can use the same example. Let's take order amount. I'm going to again show you the star first. Okay, and remove all these grouping so that you guys understand from the scratch. Select star from order amount. Select star from the order amount. This is giving for each order item wise. This is giving you the details. Okay. Now for every order there are more than one items also, right? Shall we see what is the minimum amount? So if you see the fourth item, I'm only highlighting this. For the fourth order, this is the fourth order. Fourth order, the smallest amount is coffee. So you see 30. The highest amount is 70. So can we programmatically get that minimum, maximum, and then average? Total also we can try. So for this, we have to group by order ID, and then order ID wise, I can get min of what I need, the item amount, right? Then I can do max of item amount. Then what I can do sum of item amount, sorry. Then what I can also do average of item amount. So all these four functions that I am writing, aggregate functions, all are going to give us the results. Remember the order 4. Okay, so remember again the order 4. So 30, 40, 30 should be the minimum, 70 is the maximum, and then we are going to get average and then total. Okay, so when I execute, so you will see for order 4, the minimum amount is 30, maximum is 70. This is the total and this is the average. Okay, so because there are three items, I don't see the three items, right? So that also we can do. Count of star if I put, then this will give the total number of items in that order, number of items. Okay, so this I will give total amount, this average amount, so that we will get a header in the display. This is the total amount, and this is the minimum amount or maximum amount. Okay, so then this is the minimum amount. Okay, so now if I execute, we will clearly see. Okay, so now for the fourth order, we are seeing there are 3 items in that order. Okay, total is 135. Because total is 135 and divided by 3, you will get average of 45. And the minimum amount is 30 coffee, and the 70 is the dosa, I think. So is the maximum. So you see, we can do lot of good idea. Now the data, entire data, we have uplifted at the order level. We are doing analysis, even though the data contains at the item level. Because we have aggregated the data, we are able to analyze the data at the order level, right? So now can I do the same thing for a day level? For the day level, what I should do for across all the order? I don't need to do a group by order. Group by is not needed. So now there are 11 orders, right? So without group by, if I do, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get the entire collection. There are totally 11 items. Okay, so there are totally 11 items, and we are seeing the minimum is coffee. Maximum, I think somebody has ordered the maximum item amount. And then we are also seeing the total amount collected across all 3 restaurants, 1290. Okay, and then we can see average. So without group by also we can apply the minimum, maximum, sum, and no average. Everything is possible. Okay, so if you want to do analysis based on order wise, day wise, right, then you will be able to do that function. Okay, so now having class. What is having class? So a having class is is kind of filtering data similar to where class, but the difference is where condition we can apply before we group by. But having class is after aggregating the data. If you want to do any further data filtering, then you can give having. For example, so if you remember, I'm going back to this example. For order wise we grouped, right? For order by, for every order by we grouped. Now if I want to apply a filter, I want to see the order where there are more than 2 items. I don't want to see the orders which have only 1 item. Okay, so can I apply where condition? So here, instead of where condition, after grouping, if you want to apply a filter after aggregating the data, you need to use having class. Having what I should do? Count of star greater than 1. I don't want 1. I want the orders having more than 1 item, right? So this is the condition that you will apply. Having count star greater than 1. What we are saying into the SQL with this query, select all the orders, right? Group all the order level, group the information, not right? Even though this is at the item level, group all the information at the order level. That's what I'm specifying here. And then filter out the orders which are having more than 1 item. Okay, more than 1 item. So now if I execute, you will see I will only get those 3 orders which are having more than 2 items. Okay, so now you guys got one more power. Okay, so the kind of the thing, additional feature that we have got is, after aggregating the data, if you want to apply a filter, then you need to use having. Before applying the, before group by, if you want to apply any filter, then you need to use where condition. So this is a important interview question. The interview question is, tell me the difference between where condition and having condition. Okay, where condition is will operate at the record level before aggregating the data. The condition will happen here. For example, if I want to only put order ID in, let's say if I want to apply a filter, okay, 1 2 3 4, only these 4 orders that I want to apply. Okay, so now if I execute, so if you see without filter, we see 1 4 5. So 5 will not come now because I'm adding 1 2 3 4 alone. You see the aggregation is happening only 1 2 3 4, right? Between 1 2 3 4. Now you guys understand the difference. Where condition is before aggregation, it will only first pick up these 4 records, 4 orders only. Then it will do aggregation. Then it will do On top of the aggregation, it will do filter out and to those orders which are having more than one order, one item. Okay, so now you guys understand the difference between where condition and having condition. So now I'm going back to the case study where we are going to see the items, list of items which are ordered in more than two orders. I think we have seen a similar one, right? Having condition we have applied, and we got the list of orders which are having more than two items, right? So this is a slightly different question. Okay, and give me the top three items based on order quantity. So now top three items based on order quantity. So that is a question that I want to answer. Order quantity. Okay, so what is the question? The question is give me the top three items based on order quantity. Order quantity. Okay, so what I should do, I should group by item id. Now item wise I need to order. Okay, so let me start from here. I think it might be confusing to you. Let me remove, let me start from scratch. Okay, select star from order item. Now I'm going to, what the question is, item wise they are asking, so I'm grouping by item. Okay, so I'm grouping by item. So the question again I am repeating, give me the top three items based on order quantity. Okay, so now order quantity we have right in this table. Let me first do the select star to find the all the columns from the order item. So what I need, item quantity. Item quantity wise I need to get the sum. I need to get the sum of item quantity. Item quantity. So now for each item wise I am going to get the item quantity. Okay, total quantity of each item that have been. So now you guys are going to get the item. So this is coffee, this is idli. I think idli have been ordered, 4 idlis have been ordered, dosas have been ordered, 3 coffee have been ordered. So we get to see all these items. I think some item have been ordered the 5 times. I think this is chapati or something like that. So 5 quantity. Now what they are asking, they are asking top 3 based on the order quantity. So top 3, before top 3 what we should do, we should sort this based on descending order, right? Then only we'll get the top 3, from highest quantity to lowest quantity. So what I should do, I should go for order by sum of quantity in a descending order. So now if you see, I am going to get all these items by their quantity but in a descending order. Okay, so by descending order. So now if I do top 3, then I will get the top 3 items which are sold maximum. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to put the top 3. You need to write a query step by step. How I am writing? So the same way you need to write. First you need to select star from the table, then understand the grouping logic, then go by write the function. What is it? Sum, is it average, is it count, what is needed, what they have asked. Then you need to understand and write order by. Finally you need to write the top 3. Okay, so now you see we are getting the top 3 items by their quantity. Okay, so it is we have answered the business question. The business question is select top 3 items sold based on quantity. Okay, give me the top 3 items based on order quantity. So you guys understood this very clearly, because this is very important. This pretty much covers the entire topic today, because this covers top function, this has a aggregate function, this has group by, this has order by. Okay, so now we have answered all 3 questions. Only thing this I have not answered, because this needs a we need to join 2 tables, so which anyway we will be covering in tomorrow's session. So I'm skipping it for the time being. We'll be covering this on Monday. Okay, and I'm going to go to the last topic of the day. We are going to learn how to combine 2 data sets. So there are 4 options available, right? So there are 4 statements that are available. We are going to see one by one. Okay, so I'm going to open up a new window, and let's say how we can combine. Let's say select star from menu item. Okay, so I'm selecting star. So this gives me the list of all the items But now I want to, let's say, list only the Tiffin items, where item type equal to Tiffin. Okay, so it is going to give me only the Tiffin items. Now this is one result set. Okay, this is one result set. Let's say if I need to combine, I want to combine all meal. Okay, so what I can do is I can do union, same statement I can write, and here I can say meal. So what I'm doing is two select statements result set I am combining with a union statement. So union is going to combine multiple select statements output. Okay, so you see we are seeing Tiffin is coming from the first result set, meals coming from the second result set. So wherever you are asked to combine data from two result set, you can go for union. Okay, but the condition for union is it has to have same number of columns. For example, item rate. Let's say I have only two. Can I execute this? Will it throw error? Yes, this will throw error message because the result set, the number of columns in each, this is first SQL, right? First query. Sorry, this is the first query. It is only returning two columns. But here if you see it is returning star, which is maybe 5-6 columns. It is not, it won't allow. It has to have same number of columns. Item rate. Okay, then only it will allow. So in the union, the first condition is the number of columns should be the same. The number of column should be the same. Okay, and then okay, let me add item. Okay, so okay, number of columns should be the same. What is the second condition? The order should be the same. So I cannot say item name comma rate and item rate comma item name. I cannot switch or change the order. You see, it is going to throw error message because it will fail in error conversion because this is a numeric value, this is character. So this is character, this is numeric value. So it's not going to work. So you need to give the number of columns should be the same and the order in which you give the columns should also be the same. Okay, so there are two conditions that you guys have learned now with union statement. Okay, so now there is another feature called union all. Okay, so union all also will give you the same results. The only difference is union will remove duplicates. In case if there are any duplicates, union will remove. Okay, union will remove duplicate. I will show you how we can see the behavior. So let's say Tiffin and followed by Tiffin. Let's say I am unioning the same value. Here also Tiffin it's going to return. Here also it's going to Tiffin. Just for this example, just to understand. If I give union, let's see what result it is giving. Union will give you only 5 distinct values. Whereas if I put union all, what it is going to do? It is going to give you the 10 values because union all will just simply add all the values. It won't remove duplicates. This is another important interview question. Many people will ask you, can you tell me difference between union and union all? So the union will remove duplicates, right, across data sets. You see, union will remove duplicates. It will only show you the one unique, whereas union all will show you all the data. Okay. Yes. So now we are going to learn we have learned the union and union all. Combining data sets. Combining distinct data set. This is combining data set. We are going to learn intersect. What is intersect? Intersect is going to, it's more of a union. We have intersect, right? So in Venn diagram also, you know what is the intersect. Intersect will give you the common items. Let's say if there are any common items between these two, it will give you. So let's say intersect. So if I write intersect, then it is going to Tiffin if I say, because intersect will give you all, because all are common, right? But let's say if I do intersect of first one returns both Tiffin and let's say meal. So I will first show you. Okay, then you will understand type. Okay, so I will put item type also. Here also item type I need to add. Okay, then only it will work. So the top SQL alone I will first execute. So top SQL alone I am executing. You see it is returning all tiffin and meal, all the line 11 items it is returning. And the bottom one, it is returning only those 5 items, right? 5 items. Now, if I execute with intersect, it is going to give me only which item it is going to return, only tiffin, because tiffin is common in both items. It is going to skip the meal. You see, it is returning only tiffin. It won't return meal. So this is how the intersect will work. Intersect will return you the common items between both the data sets. Common items between two data sets. Okay, so common items. So now final one that we are going to see of the day is except. Except is not exist in the second result set. So except is not exist in the second result set. It is there only in the first data set. So you guys know, right? If I execute this with with except, what it is going to return? Except. Except. So if you execute the except will return only those presents in the first data set. So only the meal items are present in the first data set. Meal item is not there in the second data set. So if you execute with the except, you will see only meal items. Okay, so this is, so you guys now understand, right? So this is also called minus query. In generally they will say, because this is subtracting. If you see it is subtracting different items, common items it is subtracting. It is only giving you the items which are exclusively available in data set, first data set. Okay, so that's why this is also called minus query. So in case if you ask, if they ask you in the interview, what is the right or minus query, it is nothing but the except query that you need to write. Okay, so today we have learned for combining data sets. Union, which is a distinct data set, combining. Union all is just combining. Intersect is more of a common items from both the data sets, and except is not exist in the second cell. And one important thing that I forgot to tell you, union you can write not just for two query, you can write for even third query also. For example, I can say union, and then I can add beverage. So you can write any number of queries, any number of SQL queries inside. You can keep on adding union. So now I'm combined 3, right? So now it is showing for coffee also. You see here coffee is there. So beverage item is also there. I hope you guys have taken note for today's topic. So now if you see, give me the list of items who have ordered both veg and non-veg, and give me the list of customers who have ordered only veg items. So we can get those items. Okay. So now let's see whether we have any non-veg items ordered. I think now it is clear, right? I don't think we have to go for the additional questions. With this example, I don't want to confuse you guys. You guys have clear understanding on the union all with the menu card itself, intersect and then except. Any question? So I just wanted to, instead of rushing, I just wanted to take your questions. Okay, good. Okay, so now let me see the questions I'm going to answer. Sir, how up to how many columns we can do group by? Yeah, you can do any number of columns. Even 10 columns are possible, Prashant. But those, yeah, you can give any number of columns. After the having command, shall we use the number of columns? We cannot use. We have to use, right? So the SQL, so I'm going to tell you, Bhuvneshwari. So I'm going back to the query which we wrote. So here the question Bhuvneshwari is asking. A good question, Bhuvneshwari. So here we wrote having, right? So we only chose orders which are having more than one order quantity. So instead of count, shall I use the column alias? That's what she is asking. Okay, so for better readability, sometimes we can write this way also. So for example, the same query you can write this way if you think it is going beyond. So now this is another way of writing query, keeping the computation in a separate line. So now the question Bhuvaneshwar is asking, can I use this number of items here, having class, instead of count star? Let's try. It won't work because it won't understand. So we have to specify the function, actual function that we have used in the group by. Okay, otherwise I cannot. Let me try with count 1. Let's see whether this is working. Yeah, count 1 is working, but count star won't work. Okay, so count star won't work. Count star, it has to be count star. Okay, and it has to be, if we cannot give the column alias, any of the column alias, we cannot use it here. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, Bhuvaneshwari. It has to be the same function we have to use. And whether you teach count 1, which is mentioned. Yeah, count 1 will give you the same result. Uh, so whether it is count star or count 1 will give you the same result, because we are actually counting, right? The what is there inside doesn't matter. Okay, so count 1 is okay. But one thing that I want to tell you, okay, one interesting thing, I think, who asked this question? It is a worldwide info. I don't know what is the name. So let's so worldwide info. So let me show you with one example. Okay, so I need to find out which table has null value. Does anyone remember we have any table has null value? I think, let me see whether menu has null value. Item, do we have any null value? Okay, we don't have any null value. Okay, what example that I can take? Restaurant, do we have null value? Okay, select star from restaurant. Do I have a null value? Okay, I don't have a null value. Okay, menu item, let me update. Just for quick understanding, I will tell you, because otherwise, menu item, this is the item contains, right? Contains. In item, we have a field called item contains. Okay, so now let's see the item contains. This is the menu card where we have only one column has the menu contains, right? So let me try to do count. Okay, so count and count of star. So this is so the count can be specified 3 ways. Okay, so count can have count of 1. So what I'm doing, I'm counting the number of items in the menu card. I can use count 1, it will work. Count star will work, but count of any particular column also will work as long as it does not have any null value. In case, let's say this particular column has null value for 2 records, then it will show 14. So we need to be very careful. Don't use any column inside a count which is nullable. It might give you wrong result. But if that is what you want, then you can use it. Only in the scenario where you want to count only not null value, you can go for that particular column. Okay, otherwise, if I give null, let's see what count of null. Okay, so what it is going to count, let's see. Okay, so it is a invalid value. Okay, so count of null, let me try with this. Okay, so null is not. Okay, so null is not working. It's giving an error message. Okay, it's not working. But you guys understand, right, my point? You can even use a count of column name, but that needs to be a not nullable. So count of 1, I hope the worldwide info, I think, I don't know his name. So you understand count of 1 also works the same way like count star. So union number of columns can dummy columns to equalize. Yeah, you can add dummy column also. Vasu, you can add number of dummy column. For example, I think Vasu's question is, in case of union, let's say I give item type here, item type, right? So item type column I have in one union. So in the union all, I have only 2 columns. Let's say this does not have. What I can do is I can give dummy, like I can say dummy, just to match the number of columns and data type. It will show, it will not throw any error message. So let's see. The first one giving the actual item type, and the second one is the actual dummy. So it's not, I'm just providing, I'm just trying to match it. Yeah, that is possible, Vasu. I think, I hope now you got the answer. Yeah, you can add dummy columns to equalize. Yes, union and union all, everywhere you can use the dummy column. Can you please share the recording and slides of today's class? Yeah, I will be sharing the sharing it later, because yeah, I will be sharing it later, but I will be sharing the SQL query for the time being, so that you can practice it. Okay, so thank you, Bhuneshwari. So I hope no, you guys got your questions answered, because that is more important. we have come to the end of today's presentation, and it is an interesting segment. Okay, so the quiz time. Get ready with your keyboard and don't answer for the third question, fourth question immediately. Okay, so give some time for everyone. Right now, just answer what is odd here. Which one will not give the right answer? Is it 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D? So count of 1 is also kind of counting, right? So sum of 1 is similar to counting. What is not right here? Odd man out. Just now we have seen. Yes. 1B is the right answer. Okay, so 1B is the right answer. And what is the right answer for 2? Which is correct? Order by column 1 ascending, column 2 descending. Order by column 1 ascending. For second one, so D, yes. Many of you are typing 2D is the right answer because we can give numbers and we can give ascending, descending, descending, ascending, anything is possible, and numbers also we can give. So for the third question, we need to apply a filter. Count star greater than 3. So this one, where can we give? Can I give it in where? Can I give it in group by? Can I give it in having or order by? Where should I give? Count star greater than 3. Yes, I see many C's. I think you guys are bang on. That's the right answer. And the last one, to find the common items between two data sets. Common items between two data sets. You need to be careful. Common items between two data sets. For fourth one, I see many C's. Yes, that's the right answer. So you guys understood the concept very well. Thank you so much. So with that, we have covered this one fully. Yesterday, if you remember, we had covered partially. So today, I am just recapping since we have a couple of more minutes. We have finished order by today. So we know how to sort by based on single column, multiple column, ascending order, descending order. We also learned how we can use order by in conjunction with top. So if you use wherever they are asking top 3, give me top 1, top 5 employees, you need to use order by with the appropriate logic, ascending or descending, and then top. So for many business interview question, you will be able to easily clear with these two function, combination of these two. And then we have also seen group by. Group by we can do on a single column, multiple column. And after grouping, if you want to do any further filtering data, you can use having condition. Okay, finally we have seen combining data sets using union, all. The difference between union and all is distinct. Union will remove duplicates. This is an important interview question. And finally, intersect and except. Intersect is going to get us the common items. Except is going to get us the items which is present only in the first data set. Right? The common items it will remove. So this is also called minus query. So this is another important interview question. So today you guys covered, I think today's topic, if you become familiar with practicing, I'm sure 50% of your interview you will easily clear, because today's topic is very important. Okay, I will share the SQL some later today. Okay, I hope you guys had a wonderful time today. Thank you so much for joining on a weekend. And I just wanted to hear your feedback, one-line feedback, so that now I get to hear your feedback, anything that I need to do differently. I will share the sample data. I share the SQL. Okay, so in case if you guys are not following me on LinkedIn or YouTube channel, feel free to do so. And in case if you haven't registered or sent an email earlier, uh, please register at www.jclam.in. Okay, so that is a place where you can register for any additional course that you need, any other one-on-one with me on career coaching. I do provide career coaching, so you can register at jclam.in. I'm looking forward to add more value in the coming session. We have 10 more sessions. Tomorrow is a Sunday, so I'm looking forward to see the same crowd, everyone, to have a great Sunday morning. Okay, so only this week and next Sunday, no, you need to just wake up early I hope no this gives more interesting information. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Have a great Saturday. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.